Hey Respawn, what's going on? This is Sergeant Merrill, and today we're going to be checking out a fictional weapon in the Arma 3 Alpha that after closer inspection might seem a little familiar. First of all, I want to give a humongous thanks to Dyslexy for creating this script and just sharing it to the public. What a great guy, and this is really awesome. Really helps out checking out the different weapons, the different gear that's in the Arma 3 Alpha right now. Now, the entire arsenal hasn't been released, but they did give a small taste of what we can expect in the full game. And as I was scrolling through the weapons, I came across what they were calling the SDAR 5.56. I'm not sure if you want to call it the SDAR or the STAR. In either case, it is a fictional weapon in how they have it listed. In this particular range script that I downloaded, they have the description as a special dual medium assault rifle. In fact, there you go. That's what it stands for. Special Dual Medium Assault Rifle. It's a bullpup rifle specially designed to allow shooting both on land and underwater. It uses special super cavitating 5.56 by 45mm ammunition that is efficient when used underwater, but still when underwater its range is significantly reduced. So it is a fictional weapon in how they have it portrayed in the game, but like I said, upon closer inspection, I'm like, wait a second, I know what this thing is. It's an exact replica of the Kel-Tec RFB. And I know that because I've taken it to the range before. Here you've seen footage. I was so excited to get my hands on this for a couple different reasons. This is a really cool rifle that Kel-Tec has manufactured, and not because it fires underwater. That's I don't know where they got that from. It does not fire underwater, and it certainly doesn't fire the 5.56 NATO round. This fires the 7.62, which is one of the reasons that I got so interested in it. It is a bullpup battle rifle with the forward ejection system. Now, what's so cool about the forward ejection system is that it's this little tube that goes along from the bolt all the way down the barrel to the front of the weapon so that the brass doesn't fly out the side of the weapon. It actually travels along this tube and slides out the front. And it solves the ambidextrous issue that a lot of bullpup rifles suffer from. Now, it's not the first weapon to feature this. The F2000 features a forward ejection system, but it is the first battle rifle to feature the forward ejection system. And I think that's what makes it so interesting in how they portray this weapon in game, because they've taken everything that's cool about the RFB, its looks, its the fact that it uses the FAL magazine, the fact that it fires 7.62. They've taken all that and just kind of wiped it off the table and just taken everything visual about the RFB and applied it to this fictional weapon. And I think that was a mistake. I mean, yes, it's cool to have an underwater weapon, especially an underwater bullpup rifle. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's really cool. But they already had a cool rifle. The Kel-Tec RFB is a pretty cool rifle. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's really picky about ammo and gas settings. Let me tell you, it was frustrating getting that thing to feed correctly at the range. But it's already a pretty cool rifle that I would have liked to see in a game, and I was happy to see it when I saw it here. But it's not the Kel-Tec RFB at all. It's just the visual replica of it with this other cool, little stipulation put onto it. And it even behaves like an RFB. Now, they did make one mistake. You see here that the selector lever is on safe, but you're still able to fire it. So that's the only mistake that they put into the actual portrayal of the weapon. I mean, even if you look out the front, you can see the forward ejection system in action. So they know what they were doing. This wasn't an accident. And I gotta say, going underwater and firing the weapon is pretty cool. I mean, the diving experience in Arma is already pretty interesting, but having the ability to fire this weapon underwater, it's something new. It's something really interesting, and I gotta say, I was intrigued by it. But like I said, the RFB is already a really cool rifle. This is still the alpha. I still think they have a chance. Let's go ahead and put the SDAR in another weapon and bring the RFB into full action. Let it fire that 7.62 round. Let it shine, because it is a really cool rifle, and I've been waiting to see it in a video game. And just Kel-Tec in general has been gaining popularity in the gaming world with the KSG and weapons like that. And I also think that this weapon is a little misunderstood as it is. I mean, people are getting a sour taste in their mouth and not using it because they're saying that it does like 0 damage when you're on land. And there's something very important to pay attention to. I mean, here you'll see I'm putting entire magazines into these guys, and they're not going down. And the reason is, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of your HUD, you'll see a little indicator that says UW. That means you're firing the underwater rounds, guys. So you need to go into your inventory and load a regular 5.56 magazine. And once you do that, you'll see that the damage from the rounds is going to be a lot more appropriate. It's not going to be the best. It's not going to be my first rifle that I would choose in this game, but it's going to be a lot better than trying to use those underwater rounds. So overall, I think they have a really cool rifle here. You know, even if they stick with the whole underwater concept, I just think that the rifle, being what it is severely misrepresented. You know, maybe make it fire 7.62. Maybe make it a little bit more effective on land. Make it so you can put some sights on it, because that's something you currently can't do. You cannot put sights on this weapon of any kind, any type of attachments at all. And I think that's also a real shame. So I think it's sorely misrepresented, but we're still in the alpha, so they still have the opportunity to change this. So if any of the developers are watching this, come on guys, you can do better than this with the RFB. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Really hope you learned something.